Good evening, everyone. I have 5:31, so I'll call this special meeting of the Municipal Council to order at 5:31. Mr. Withers, would you kindly read the notice for tonight's special meeting?
Certainly. June 23rd, 2021. Dear Municipal, two members of the Municipal Council from Mark J. Cooper, Council President. Council is by authority of Article 2, Section 2-7C of the Attleboro Home Rule Charter. I hereby call a special meeting of the Municipal Council as follows. Friday, June 25th, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. via remote link. Purpose is to discuss any legal matters before the Council. Sincerely, Mark J. Cooper, Council President, CC Mayor Paul Haru.
Thank you. Mr. Withers, would you also kindly do a roll call attendance?
Sure. Mr. Blair? Not here. Mr.
Excuse
DeSimone?
me, I'm muted here.
Oh, Peter's here. Okay. Ms. DeSimone?
Here.
Mr. Conti?
Present.
Mr. Waterman?
Present.
Vice President Jackson? No? Okay. Mr. Delissio?
Present.
Mr. Kobus? No? Okay.
No.
Ms. Dolan?
Here.
Ms. Reynolds? No. Ms. Holmes? No. So we have President Cooper.
Here.
So we have 7 councils present, four absent.
Thank you. At this time, we'll go on to the reading of the mayor's communication.
Certainly. June 25th, 2021, dear municipal councilors. A subset of the Memoranda of Agreement, MOA, sent into the 6/22/21 communication had funding requests tied to them, which after approval of the requests of the municipal council agreed to fund the MOAs themselves. 2 of the MOAs, laborers and DPW, have no associated funding requests. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body approve the funding needed for the laborers and DPW union MOAs regarding the addition of the Juneteenth holiday to their respective collective bargaining agreements. In order to be able to process this request for the end of the fiscal year 2021 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2021. Therefore, in accordance with Article 2, Section 2-9B of the City Charter of the City of Attleboro, I respectfully request your honorable body to consider this as an emergency measure. Sincerely, Paul Haru, Mayor.
Budget and Appropriations Committee, please. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to recess so we can go to committee meetings.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Delissio. Any questions or comments? We're going to go to recess the special meeting for this emergency measure and one other in the Budget Committee, and then we will bring the special meeting back to order. A roll call vote will begin with Councilor Dolan.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Delissio,
Yes.
Mr. Waterman,
Yes.
Mr. Conti,
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone,
Yes.
Mr. Blair,
Yes.
President Cooper.
Yes.
7 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes. We are now in recess, 5:34.
Thank you. I'd like to call Budget and Appropriations order at 5:34. I have one business for this committee meeting from the docket of June 22nd, 2021. I entertain a motion to appropriate $17,982.90 from account 6000-359000 wastewater enterprise fund retained earnings to account 6000-553150 wastewater enterprise fund water meter supplies. After such time, the accounting department will work with the wastewater department to transfer the funds to the water enterprise fund for the water meter replacement program.
Second.
Thank you, Rick. This is pretty straightforward. This is just to transfer the money so we can work with the accounting department. Is for the water meter replacement program.
And we do it every year.
And we do it every year. Yep, good add-on.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments? Oh, no, this is all you.
Not yet, buddy, not yet.
Yeah, who's butting in here?
I was about to say no. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. I'd like to, I move to adjourn at 5:35.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And at 5:35. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. I'd like to call the special meeting of the Municipal Council back to order at 5:35. The The only committee report this evening is the Budget and Appropriations Committee, and with that, I will recognize Councilor Delissio.
Thank you, President Cooper. Reporting for Budget and Appropriations. It's been such a long time since I've seen you all. From the docket of June 22nd, 2021, I move to appropriate $17,982.90 from account wastewater enterprise fund retained earnings to account wastewater enterprise fund water meter supplies. After such time, the accounting department will work with the wastewater department to transfer funds to the water enterprise fund for the meter replacement program.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Conti. Oh wait, see, Coop, now I'm doing it to you, man.
Thank you.
All out of sorts.
I know, right? It's the fact that it's Friday. It's not supposed to
That's
happen
right.
on a Friday.
That's right.
Any additional questions or comments, Councilor Delissio?
I have none. We talked about this at my last committee meeting.
Great, thank you. Any additional from the council? Seeing none, a roll call vote is required, and we'll begin with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair,
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone,
Yes.
Mr. Conti,
Yes.
Mr. Waterman,
Yes.
Mr. Delissio,
Yes.
Ms. Dolan,
Yes.
President Cooper,
Yes,
7 yeas, 0 nays.
thank you. Motion passes. Councilor Delissio.
Thank you. From the docket of July 20th, 2021, I move to adopt the following emergency preamble that the Attleboro Municipal Council vote to take action as provided in the city charter section 2-9B regarding the deadline emergency which presently exists, and approve the funding needed for the laborers and DPW unions MOAs regarding the addition of the Juneteenth holiday to their respective collective bargaining agreements.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any additional comments, Councilor Delissio?
This is just for the emergency preamble. I'll save my comments for the main motion.
Thank you. Any additional comments from the council? Seeing none, the roll call vote will begin with Councilor Dolan.
Ms. Dolan,
Yes.
Mr. Delissio,
Yes.
Mr. Waterman,
Yes.
Mr. Conti,
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone,
Yes.
Mr. Blair,
Yes.
President Cooper,
Yes,
7 yeas, 0 nays.
thank you. Motion passes.
Thank you. And finally, from the docket of July 20th, 2021, I move to approve the funding needed for the laborers and the DPW unions MOAs, memorandum of agreement regarding the addition of the Juneteenth holiday to their respective collective bargaining agreements.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any additional comments?
No, all I will say is that this is a true emergency in order to get it in on the deadline of June 30th. So I appreciate everybody coming together so we can take care of this. And this is just literally, it's as self-explanatory as it comes. It's funding needed for two unions and the MOAs between the union and the city to fund the pay for the Juneteenth holiday.
Excellent. Thank you. Any additional comments from the council? Seeing none, a roll call vote will begin with Councilor Blair.
Blair,
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone,
Yes.
Mr. Conti,
Yes.
Mr. Waterman,
Yes.
Mr. Delissio,
Yes.
Ms. Dolan,
Yes.
President Cooper,
Yes,
7 yeas, 0 nays.
thank you. Motion passes.
Thank you. And that is all the business for budget and appropriations. And I believe I have a meeting called for the next appropriate time already.
Great. Thank you. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any additional questions or comments? Seeing none, a roll call vote will begin with Councilor Dolan.
Ms. Dolan,
Yes.
Mr. Delissio,
Yes.
Vice President Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry. Duh. Mr. Waterman,
Yes.
Mr. Conti,
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone,
Yes.
Mr. Blair. Mr. Blair,
Yes.
President
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes,
7 yeas, 0 nays.
thank you. Motion passes. We are adjourned at 5:40.
Have a
Thank you. Good
weekend,
night.
everyone.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Two.
Here, guys.